computer.
Okay.
Okay, welcome to our meeting. I'm walking away. Hold on. Forgot my little So, welcome to our meeting.
You owed me money, Chuck. Now you're back in my good grace.
Okay, so this is our team meeting. There are only 3 people besides me here. So welcome, ladies. I'm going to start the night out with a little bit of team recognition. We'll do some other recognition later. And then we will do our training. And that will be it. So welcome to our team meeting. I wish more of you are here because when you come to meetings, it really, really helps. Even if you participate on Zoom, because then we can talk to you. So that's my little admonition for the night. I just want to say, and I did post it on our page, that our sales for April were $9,399.80. Last year we were $88.35, so we were about 5% more. I would have liked it to be 10% more, but I had a kind of a low month, so bad that Bunny beat me. So, but I want to thank everyone. Yeah, I'll say that later. But Bunny, I just want to thank everyone who submitted sales this month to reach that 9,309, almost 400. You know, we're only 1 penny away from 1,000 or 400. So anyway, that's enough for math tonight. I can't think. So, thank you everyone who contributed sales. I would like to help each of you have higher sales in your shows. So I'm going to do, this is a training that is from the 2017 conference. We're going to listen to the audio and there's slides, and I'm going to be periodically stopping it, and you guys will get some handouts that I have that go with it. Because whether you know it or not, and many of you have probably heard this, the show, any show that you have, a cooking show, a virtual show, whatever, is where you pick up your paycheck. And host coaching is where you earn your paycheck. And the reason why I want to push this month is I've really spent a lot of time changing how I host coach, and it's made a really big difference in the amount of money I'm making at shows, the number of people that are coming. And if you're only going to do 1 or 2 shows a month, it really would help if you made a lot more money. So I'm hoping that you find, you know, some things that will help you with this. This is going to be on tape, so you can go back and watch it. And it actually is on Consultants Corner, so you can go watch it on your own. But we're going to get that started. So if anyone comes on, we're not going to be able to see you. We're going to share my screen. So we're going to start with that. And I'm going to take a minute to get this all set up.
So what's in there? Did you make that too?
Strawberries,
Greek yogurt?
cream cheese,
Okay,
powdered
so
sugar.
Greek yogurt.
That's it.
Yeah. And they have to process those strawberries till they're mush.
All right. So
Powdered sugar and cream cheese and vanilla. Manual food processor. And then mix that with the other, and then fold in the Greek yogurt. That's pretty cool.
we ate our food ahead of time, just so you guys know, whoever might be watching this later. Okay, so this is a breakout session, which is called How to Coach Your Way to a Happier Business. Is there anybody here that's exuberant about the way your business is going right now? Or is there stuff you would like to improve?
The direction is heading in.
Okay, good. All right. So let's see. Now I have to just go down somehow and pull up the actual, my screen sharing is paused. Okay, good. I need to move this out of the way. There it is. All right. So I'm going to start this, and then I'll go back to resume screen. Can you guys all hear? I'm sure. Do you guys want paper for notes or anything? Oh,
Okay, with that.
I'm not gonna freak out.
Hey, Robin.
No, I don't do that.
Can't see them, obviously.
Thank you.
Just 'cause it's not a lot.
She didn't want us to run out while she was in the room. We should hit.
Here's some paper.
They're so funny. You know, it was still on. You see, no, sorry.
We're bad students. Get this away from me.
She says it in this one.
Should we go to the next screen?
Jenny's trying to get home.
True.
I,
What? You should bring your mouse down here.
that's what I have you.
No.
Can you hear good enough? Okay. Are you okay with this? Okay. That was good.
She's having trouble getting in.
This is the newest version. Is she trying? I was trying. Try it. She's not good now. Huh. I don't know how to get her in. Jamie? You guys all do this? Okay. You?
More or less.
Okay, no, you get it in your own version.
Yeah.
And I realize that everybody's in a different spot. So just kind of. When we're done, I'll just stop for a second. Which is now. Yeah, you can't get in. Okay. I'm gonna stop just for a minute.
Try to reload the Zoom.
I can't.
What's
Well,
that
I'm already
cute
recording.
thing?
Okay, so this is the kit. That's what I stopped for. This is the kit coupon, and this is older. It's 2 years old. So the little pamphlet on the business is called "Make Your Everyday Better." You can get a pack of 20 of these for like $3. I always put one in my house pack. It talks about, you know, why Pampered Chef, whatever. It's just a good thing to have in there just in case there's somebody that wants to do it. Maybe I can have them do an ID, a meeting ID. The other thing, the kit coupon credit comes and there's 3 on a page. You can just cut them out. In my host packets, I just put that in with the kit coupon credit. I'm going to, I know we're recording this, I'm going to just stop the recording for a minute and see, I can't see it from this far away, and see if we can get this restarted for
The Zoom,
Zoom. So is Jenny talking to you or?
she wasn't, but I can't get in either, the same thing.
Okay, let's just see. I'm gonna pause. All right, I'm gonna resume recording, ladies. Oh, hold on. Apparently, other people are trying to watch it also. Annoying. Every once in a while, I have issues with this. Issues.
I always have issues. What should I use, whole milk or heavy whipping cream?
Whichever you want. Oh, I'm gonna stop.
Will there be depriving you?
No, it's on pause.
To the end for questions?
No, just ask it now, because that's a good thing. It's recording now, but I don't have my screen share up right now. Well, I can put the screen share on.
You don't have to.
Okay. So we handed out this, I don't know if you guys can see it, probably. We handed out this Hosting 101, and your question is, why would you give
Both catalogs, regular size catalogs and mini catalogs in the host packet?
The only reason I can see why they have that in there, and again, this is only a suggestion, everybody can do their own thing, is perhaps like the summer, they have a different mini catalog than what's in the catalog. A lot of times they were doing that. So you could give them some to hand out, maybe with a sticker on them.
I put like the flyers in mine that have the new summer product in it. But,
Yeah.
The mini catalogs that we had in the past had the same stuff as in the big ones. I could see it if they were going to give them out to people.
Right. So this is, okay, so one of the things, you can give a mini catalog with a little sticker. There is actually a label that you can get off online, but I made my own because I like to put all the information in. The one online just talks about the party. I put it on here, I tape both corners, and I address it now. And I'm going to talk more about this at the end, but when you're a new consultant, sending out postcards is awesome because postcards are inexpensive. I send these as invitations because mail is the hot new way to invite people. And I'll tell you more about what I do. No, it is.
I know, but it's just like ironic.
I know, it is ironic. It's very ironic. The reason why I started doing this is one of the things I'm requiring now, and it involves some money on my part, is I ask all my hosts to give me 40 names. Do they all give me 40 names? No, but I try.
Names and addresses?
Yes.
Okay.
And I say right at the beginning, if you don't have all their addresses, text them and ask them what their address is. Because they're like, I don't have anybody's address. The people that send me 40 end up having 12 to 15 people there, and they're having $1,000 to $1,900 shows.
And you send a thing to every one of them?
I do. And you know what? I used to send these. And the reason why I started changing how I host coach, because I'm not perfect. And in January, I sent a lady 25 of these with stickers on and told her to send them out. All you have to do is put a stamp on it and put tape here. Well, now that I've been doing it, that's not really that easy to do. And if they're trying to host a show and they don't have a lot of time, they're not going to do it, right? And they weren't doing it. And when I went all the way to Hastings in a snowstorm and the lady had no one there, and all the invitations were laying there on her table, just laying there.
That's terrible.
I decided never again am I going to have someone else mail them out. And now that I've been doing it, and they've been giving me 40 names, it takes me a long time to do all this. But is it worth it? Yes, because if you have a host that has a $200 cooking show, they're not going to be that happy.
No.
But if they have a $1,000
Yeah.
cooking show, they're going to be ecstatic. And if you invite 40, you might get 10 because you get a third of who you invite.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be a mini catalog. It could be a postcard. You can be whatever you want. You could put it in envelopes, make an invitation out. There's actually fake invitations right on Consultant's Corner you can make. Because mini catalogs, they're $3.75 for 25.
Which is not a bad deal.
No, and if anybody would, I buy the little labels that are,
Fit perfect on that.
yeah, well,
Right there.
yeah, they do. So if anybody wants a copy of what I do with my labels is I go in and change them
Mhm.
all the time, and then I just copy and paste on each label. Pampered Chef has one where you fill in the first one, you don't have to do any other. They all fill in, but they don't have room on there for the show,
Right.
the show URL. So that's what I do. And this is one, this lady told me she was gonna give somebody's address. And I didn't get it. So I don't think that lady's
All right,
gonna
so
get it.
those take just a regular postage stamp then.
Yep, all they need is one stamp. You have to tape this, so when it goes through the machine, it doesn't catch and rip.
Right.
But the difference in the attendance that it's making is amazing. So that's one thing. You also have to, and they're going to talk a little bit about being excited with your host. You have to be excited and you have to come across as the expert because we are the consultants. And they, like the lady said, they don't normally do parties. Some people do, but you got to tell them, you like with the virtual parties, if you coach your host with a virtual party and tell them you have to have people on the party, you can't just have 5 people because on a virtual party, maybe one person will order. So you have to know those things before. So that's why we meet together and talk about these things. So these ladies have some really great ideas. So I'm going to pass it on. I'm going to restart them and minimize us. And hopefully those of you in the home audience that are trying to get on.
Is that recording right now?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Why?
I was going to say something that's not worth
You can say it afterwards because we're going to record only until
because
this is
that's
done.
her sitting over there.
Okay. All this. That's going to help you. Very important. I have a pen too if you need another.
Yeah, no makers.
We'll talk a little bit about these as. This is good because a lot of people have problems getting in touch with therapists, including me. Yeah.
Because you're not perfect, you're pampered.
I don't think any of this is in here. Okay, there's the first contact. So this would be at a party. That's on the back of the catalog, or you can print it. Top 40 list. Oh, they can't see. That's but this helps people. I held it up to them. You can print them, it's awesome. No one has it, I've never had 40. And I tell every host that. I don't know where that is. Oh, no, so it's on the, okay. So I'll make that a note of that. So I think they have the hosting 101. That's the old form. That would be, it would be in here. Have you guys ever looked at that? That's where a lot of these forms are. They don't always like to hear what we're saying. First group. You just archive it. Or you have otherwise you can go in and totally delete everybody. Just like if you book it at a show. No. Okay. People are writing this down. Not a bad thing. That's a good business practice. Okay, we're gonna skip that. Oops. I tried.
Looks like you rewound it.
I think I went too far. Oops.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're from the sale.
You skipped the recording.
How do I go? I'm sorry.
Don't touch it.
I'm not going to.
Pick up an A&R.
It's coming. That's some really good, it's good. Okay. Sorry, ladies. Yes. How did I do that? Well, when you're watching the video, you can fast forward to it. I can't, apparently. Yeah, play Solitaire. What? I don't think our audience is on. Would any of you guys do that? I mean, it's a good idea to reconfirm. Yes.
I do.
Not really.
I get excited because it's like, okay, we're there. Now let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm more relaxed, but I'm not excited.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
In the order?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they don't get so much.
changes my house packet.
Just did. She did. Okay.
What'd you have, 31? Did I not get invited? Oh, you didn't.
So,
Didn't need anything anyway.
how do you prefer to become? She was a horrible host. I'm really worried about what she's going to be like as a host. Please don't be on this. Okay, but they're telling you to think about what you would want because that's what you have to do with your host. No. It just is so good. But if they want a phone call, they'll call. But I don't want to assume that they want a phone call. That is actually something a lot of people don't think about. I have people tell me all the time, I call them and they don't answer. Well, maybe that's not how they mean it. Right.
I prefer communication, but like I said, that 31 consultant did not give me any phone calls, nothing. I kept having to private message her and call her. And this, what's going on? Are you doing this? And it's like,
So start asking your host their preferred method of communication.
I would agree with that.
Host, yeah.
Like you had to do with your 31.
Yeah. It's kind of a cute name too. The 3 contacts.
Right. That makes sense.
Yes. You guys all heard this?
What's his name?
So we can, any show, really. You guys all use?
Another party.
Quick question, how many of you guys send an email to your host from the show page, from the
I've done it twice,
website?
Yeah, I've done, like.
but I don't do it all the time because,
Generally, I don't.
but I don't usually because I'm usually doing the same family over and over, so I haven't got to. But now that I'm getting other hosts, I will do it.
Well, they do have a pre-made email, which does not include the link. I always put it in there.
Oh, I always edit it.
Yeah, I added it too. And there's an after show link that tells them how much they got for free, and they love finding that out.
Right.
Pampered Chef figures it all out. They take out the tax and the shipping, and they tell them how much product they got for whatever. It would just be the show email after the show. And I sent that recently to a lady. I do it. I can't use their email because I'm in direct ship, but I put it in my own email, and they'll email me back. I had no idea I got that much stuff. But the nice thing about doing that email afterwards is that then they might want to do it again because they realize how much they got. So just a little stop there. So I'll keep going. I can't see what the next. Oh, here it comes. This is the banana thing. I see it too. Or text. I've never heard this before. Isn't that brilliant?
The reminder for it to come. Wow.
Because they're not going to do it if you tell them.
What can we do with a banana?
That too is cool.
But they also go into virtual.
How do you go?
This is interesting. Right, I'm supposed to do that. This page. That's what I use this. It's right on post coaching. You can print it from there. You don't have to remake it. First call, second call, third call. Okay. I'm gonna stop it here because, oops.
You need to get back to the actual thing.
I gotta find the right.
And then up above.
Okay, so I do want to tell you that those of you that know, red stamp doesn't exist anymore. Okay, but you can make your own invitations, right? So just so you know, this was 2 years ago and then it went down. So I've had it. That's good.
You pauses. Sorry, will you tell me how, I take it each one of these rows is a party?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys at home, I mean, you guys, when you see this tape, I will post this, although I actually will just tell you where to find it because you can get it right off Pampered Chef. There are enough, notice how careful they are. There are 8 because the ideal business model is 8 shows a month. Lucky person who might have to use 2 pages for their month. If you only do 1 show a month, this still helps you track, but when you're doing 6 to 8 shows a month, this is imperative to have or you're gonna lose your mind. You can put the month here and the year here. And I only put the host name in because I have their address on my folder, but you have contact information right at your fingertips. You don't have to have, you have it all right there. So yes, each party is 1 line all the way across, and there's party setup.
Are you dating when you're going to do these things, or are you working them off after you've done
When
them?
you do it. So like say I'll put the party type and the date and time, and when I created it, when I sent the host packet, because sometimes you don't remember when you sent it. And then at the last, so this first column, party setup and info, will be totally filled up. The second one, you might not use all these things, like not everybody does Facebook, not everybody does official invites, not everybody does save the date, but you can use that in any way you want. You can put the date or you can put a check mark, whatever.
Well, I think what would be, if I ever get to having more than a couple parties a month, I think it would be more beneficial to me if I put the date that I want to do it by and then maybe cross it off when it's done.
You could even put a little.
That way I would.
Yeah, you could put a little. Yeah.
If you have so many going
Yeah,
on, when do
yeah.
I want to have that done by?
Yeah.
So when that date's coming,
Good
I
point,
know
Carla.
when
There
I
are
want to do it.
there are people who say, there are consultants, and you'll probably hear it in Boost Your Business, that say have a calendar and write when you book a show. A week later, you put that person's name and say you're going to call them on that day. So
Right.
however it works for you, that is a great
Just
idea.
like setting up a task in Outlook.
Right. Except
So-
you could do
But
this
would be
all.
on.
You could do it all online.
Right,
You
right.
could do this. You don't have to use the paper. It's just there. You can use it. And then the same works with the first call, the follow-up email, second call email to go with the grocery list. However you do it. I don't always email. I text. Just depends on the host.
Old menu recipe, everything. I like the information.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
put the menu down so that later on, when somebody books a show from there, you don't do the same recipe. You know, it's good. And then
Oh, from that
Yeah.
party, right.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
because you don't always write it down. The other thing is,
I would want to put on the host then something like booked off of that other party
Yeah,
so that
so
I
you
know,
Yeah, that's right.
or
Yeah.
even like the date or something to
Yes.
know too. When
so this is just an organizational thing, but Pampered Chef has it for us, so it really works well. And the after the party thing is just as important as all during the party. Follow up with guests who didn't order. Many of you guys know that.
Yeah, but how do you do that?
yeah,
You say,
Okay, I'll tell
hey, I
you.
noticed you were invited, but you didn't
No.
buy anything.
No,
What's
no.
up with that?
This is how, okay, no, exactly. This is what I do. I started doing this last year. And what I do is the day after, and it's a pain to do this, when I'm at the show, whatever recipe we do, I tell everyone I'm going to send you an email with the recipe tomorrow or the next day. You know, it depends on, like, if I have something planned the next day and I can't get to it. I'm also in direct ship, so I tell them when I'm going to submit their order, but it doesn't really matter. I'm telling them I'm sending them an email. In the email, I look at their order. If they didn't order, I say, if you still want to order, here's the link. I send it to them.
Well, that's cool because you're saying, okay, I get it now because
Yeah, I
you're
don't-
sending
yeah.
emails anyways.
How do you get their email?
yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing.
Door price slip.
So you're getting all.
You gotta have the door price slip, otherwise you're not gonna get that in. Because I enter all those people in
Into
my
your
computer,
contacts.
whether or not they order.
Right.
So yes, if you don't use a door price slip, use a door price slip.
Right.
And then you take, those are like gold. Sometimes my host will throw them away and I'm pulling them out of the trash. Hey, door price slip. But anyway, that's what I do. I take all the door price slips if they don't have an
At what
order.
point are they throwing them away?
Sometimes hosts, they,
They have
you
the
know, like I do a
drawings and
drawing,
everything, so.
sometimes they throw them away
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, no.
No.
Because
I
that's how you get the
business.
people that aren't there. The other thing is, if you use Express Party Checkout,
Mhm.
you could also give them that in the email, and then if they place an order, it's going to come to you, and you have to call them to verify the order. And so it doesn't get charged right away. So, like, one of the things I say at my shows is if your order is $100, if it's over $100, I'll give you a discount on shipping. That is because when it goes over $100,
Shipping goes up.
at direct ship, it's
Mhm.
$9.25. So I always say,
That's
It's-
messed up.
but this is what I say, if your order is $99.99 or below, it's $7.25. If it's $100 to up to
So it's
$200.
like getting punished for having a bigger order.
No, but
It costs
they're
more
not
to
getting
ship it.
punished when they do a cooking show, because at $9.25, I give them a $3 discount, which gives them shipping for $6.25. So if they're thinking about adding just that extra thing to get them over $100,
Mhm.
they do, because it's gonna cost them less in shipping, even though it's still gonna cost them $100. They don't.
Right.
So that's what I say. And And after the party stuff, so thank guests. You also thank them in that email. And if anyone wants to see what I send, I have a whole, I change it all the time, but I have a whole thing of a thank you for someone who attended and ordered, a thank you for people that didn't order, a thank you for an outside order, and then you can do that here, that's on here. And then at the very last is I thank my host. Now I send the email from the website, but in here they talk about sending the host, we're coming to it. They're gonna talk about sending the host a personal handwritten message,
Right.
which is another really cool thing. Any party you've hosted with another kind of vendor, have they ever sent you a little handwritten note saying thank you for being
No,
my host?
this one, sends me thank you notes anytime I order something.
Wow.
I'm like, that's a, whoa, girl.
Oh, wow.
But I like them. And I feel like I ordered more from her because I'm like, wow.
Where does she sell?
What company? Beauty Counter. It's like clean makeup. We're
Okay.
gonna clean things right
How
now.
cool.
Ways.
So you're saying, you're right there, you're
Yeah.
witness, that if you get special, who gets special contact with anyone?
Yeah.
Tom and I, for our group, and this is off the subject, people, but for our deck, we went to Standard Lumber. We walked out on the thing, and the first thing that happened is we're walking on this composite stuff, and we're wondering if it's slippery when it's wet. And so this guy came up to help us, and we go, and we're walking on it.
Did you
We're
pour a bucket of water
no,
on it for
we're
you?
walking, we're sliding our feet, kind of like this. I think it's slippery. And we go, is this slippery when it's wet? He goes, do you walk like that all the time? We go, no. Yes, we do.
That's pretty good.
And after that, he helped us. He said, I won't do a standard drawing for you. I'll do a rough drawing. I'll tell you, I can order you up. I mean, he didn't say this all at the beginning, but he started out with a good relationship with us. And he ended up ordering everything for us, having it delivered. If we would have gotten it from a big box store, they would charge for delivery. So, but if we ever have to have anything else, we're going to go back. Yeah. So who gives customer service anymore?
Big deal. I was talking to somebody at a vendor event who just had a pampered chef party, and apparently it's a relative in the family that was the consultant that did the party. And I'm sitting here with sisters, and one of the sisters said, yeah, I had booked a party off her, and she just closed she booked a party off me, and the consultant just closed her party before I was able to get my 50% off item order.
Oh my God.
And I said, are you kidding me? And she said, no.
That's,
And this is a relative, so she couldn't be.
that's
I said,
ridiculous.
I would never, ever. I almost had her talk to this meeting her relative and come to me. I said,
Yeah,
oh my
really.
goodness. I said, I'll come make it up to you. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe they did that though. It's like,
Wow.
it's customer service though. I mean,
I not only make sure they get what they need, but I make sure they get the best possible
yes, I
deal
try to give
of
them.
spending their money. Because I'll tell them, okay, what's your goal here? To not spend money or to get the best deal off the products you want?
That's
you
good.
know,
You're
because,
verifying with them what
Yeah.
they want, because there are some
because
people
there is a
who
difference.
don't want
Yeah.
to spend money.
Yeah.
I just had a show in April. The girl that I had the show with 5 years ago, when it came time to order, her husband said, you can only get the free stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, she was in Ravenna, it was a long trip, and there were a lot of people there, and I put a lot of work into it. And
She had a decent show of half price items and stuff that she couldn't even get.
yeah, she didn't get anything half price. I just told me I can start my party now, so I'm gonna start it.
Okay.
Weird. Jenny's iPhone is waiting. Okay. Anyway, Jenny, I don't know if you're watching. No, you can't be watching. Okay, something's wrong still.
So it's still not.
It's still not working. So anyway, fast forward 5 years. She's at another party. She has a show. She says she wants to get cookware. She and her husband wanted all new cookware. Wants the new Pampered Chef cookware.
But she's still with you.
Right. And she had another party, and this time, I think her show sales were over $1,000. And she got everything she wanted. Her husband said, the minute you get this new cookware, I'm throwing away all this old stuff. So, you know, I wasn't real happy the last time, but I made her feel good about her order. You know, I was like offended that she didn't get it. I mean, I just.
Well, it's sad.
It is sad.
It
It
is.
feels wasteful. You're like, oh.
But you never know when someone that you treated well will come back to you, even if it's 5 years. 5 years is,
Yeah.
Well, I have a few people call me and say, I just want this spice or whatever. I said, okay, are you in a hurry or can you wait?
Right.
oh,
You know, and then I give them free
Right.
shipping.
Yeah.
Because I'll
Yeah.
just take it.
you're
I
just
go,
being,
"Oh,
you're being.
and I know eventually one of these people will come through and want to
You're right.
party, you know.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna continue this, just, I know that, because they do still have a couple more good suggestions, and then we'll talk a little more.
Okay.
Are we back at? Oh my gosh, it went to the beginning. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Oh, wow.
sorry.
You're gonna start practicing that.
All right, hold on, ladies. I'll go back to where we were. Okay, I am going to. It's really hard when you can't see. Hold on. Okay, we're sharing the page. That's weird. Huh. No, this is at the end. That's weird.
Okay.
I thought we already had that, but. No. Something is really weird.
Mhm.
All right.
It's probably not you, it's probably.
I don't know. Everything's going. Oh, because look at, I'm on the. All right, so I'm going to just stop this. Okay.